It is a shirt. But hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a very, very fun one. We have some spooky nails on. It is September 1st when I'm filming this. Spooky season has arrived. It is upon us. It is here. But that means I leave in 9 days. And we are still really behind on filming for everything. So, we got a lot to do, but today we are filming a Halloween video, and we are filming Winifred Sanderson. So by the time you guys see this video, the new movie will already be up. I'm so excited for that movie. It's coming out on Disney Plus on September 30th, and I am so beyond excited. So beyond excited. I love Hocus Pocus. I've waited years upon years for this movie. I mean, I didn't even know that this movie was coming out until like when it got announced. But like, I remember the first time I watched this was like 2009, 8, 2006 maybe. I don't know. It was a long, long time ago. And I know the movie came out like 1995, I want to say. But like, yeah. So, it's been a long, long time, and I'm so excited. I love Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and the actress that plays Mary. I'm blanking. Sorry, love. Anyways, so I'm so excited for this, and we are turning ourselves into Winifred Sanderson. Winifred is also one of my mom's favorite witches out of the 3. She dresses up as her every year. So that's why I have the wig. I also have the wig for Mary because in a different video we'll also be doing Mary Sanderson. So yeah, but I have the wigs and I'm very excited about that. And then we're going to do a body paint for the dress. And yeah. Of course, it's going to be a voiceover, but we'll talk in the voiceover, and we'll see you there. Okay, so for some reason, I have decided not to show you the product I'm using, but I'm using the Milani foundation. This is the Foundation Conceal 2-in-1. I really like this foundation, which is why I used it quite a bit. And then I, of course, go in with my tried and true e.l.f. concealer. I have no idea who I'm talking to, so I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going in with my tried and true e.l.f. concealer. You guys know I absolutely love my concealer. I love all the e.l.f. product. Well, all the e.l.f. products I have tried, I love. So let me know if you guys want me to do a full face of e.l.f. I can definitely do that. But I just go and I'm really trying to keep the cheeks chiseled and try and a little bit change my face to be like hers. So like the nose is slimmer. Her cheeks a little bit more chiseled than mine, and her under eyes are a little bit brighter. So I applied a little bit more concealer under the eye, and of course she also has the smile lines that are intense. So I just applied a little bit more concealer where my smile lines would be, and that way it kind of gives that little bit of effect. We do apply some shadow there later, but for the time being, there's just concealer. So then I also went in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Again, you guys know this is the tried and true Holy Grail beautiful putty bronzer. And I'm really packing that on the cheekbone and blending upwards to create that chiseled cheek. And then, of course, I go in with cream blusher. You guys know she's got quite the blush effect on her face, but it is really close to the apples of her cheeks. It's basically just like circles on her face. So I took one of my blush brushes and this Fenty Beauty cream blusher. Cannot remember the name, I'm so sorry. I just dug my nail into that. And then I just really pack it on to the apples of the cheeks and slightly blend it up and a little bit on my nose because you guys know I love it on my nose. But I really pack it onto the apples of the cheeks to give it the same, you know, Winifred Sanderson blush effect. And then, so then I go in with my Hoola bronzer and go over the bronzer that we already did. I am a loss for words. I'm so tired. And then, of course, my NARS Orgasm blush. You guys know this is a beautiful blush. I absolutely love it. And I reapply that over the apples on my cheeks so that way it would give more of a pigmented effect. And then I go in with this Wet n Wild highlighter. I believe this is in like Rose Petal. So now, again, I don't show you the palette I'm using. I'm so sorry. I'll try and insert a picture. I'm using the Hocus Pocus collection from the first, or maybe the second launch from ColourPop. And I'm just going in with the brown shades. And right now, I am putting that right up underneath my brow and like on the brow bone. Just trying to create the shape. Her shape is a little bit longer than mine and more like almond-ish, if I describe that right. Basically, I am just V formation at the end of the eye. I am explaining this so poorly. I'm going above the crease and winging it out a little bit and bringing it back down so that the outer corner, it's a V formation, and just to elongate my eye a little bit. And once that is done, I am going back in with the browns and just smoking out that eye because she's got a brown eyeshadow look on, so I'm just trying to create a little bit more glamorized by smoking it out a little bit more. Once I do that, I just keep, putting the darker shades on the outer corner, and then of course I go in with this beautiful shimmer, again from the Hocus Pocus collection. I'll insert the name, and I just apply that with my finger, put some liner on, and I use the lashes at the end. So now I'm going in to do her dress. So I am going in with my Mayron face paint palette with the green shade. This is the dark green. And I first start by outlining where I want her dress to start. And then I draw in everything else. So I draw where I want it to start. I draw the neck piece where it's like her, the purple is. I draw where I want the cuffs. I'm not too sure what they're called, but the neck thing, like those things, that. And then of course I go in and I fill it in. I start by filling the outside first, so like the dress part. Again, just the solid green. Once I do that, I go in with a green eyeshadow, again from the same Hocus Pocus palette, and I just outline, because I want to do as much shading piece by piece as possible to really keep it separated. So I go in and I just shade where that, from the green line down, so that it kind of gives it a shadowed effect, like that there is this piece of fabric sitting on top of that dress. Once I shade it in, as you will see, I then go in with the green, again, the same color green. I just don't apply as much because I go over a few layers. So you can see here that I am shading that area so that that way it looks like the collar is sitting on top and not just one flat piece. It kind of gives it some added depth and makes it look realistic. But then I go in, so I put a lot of layers onto the dress to give it its darker effect. So with the collar, I ended up just doing, I think it was like 2 layers I did, so that way it was a little bit lighter and you can have the difference of greens without it being too drastically different. After I did that, I continued the shading. So you can see here that it looks like 2 different pieces of fabric are sitting there. And now I'm going back in with that Mayron palette and taking the purple, and I'm doing her middle piece of the purple. And right now it's just going to look pretty flat. I do go in with the purple eyeshadow and create the detailing. So what I do is I take a fluffy brush and I take my purple eyeshadow and just draw the lines down like it's a ruffle, and then I shade that in a little bit darker where the shadows would hit. Before I do that, I am taking the white from the palette on my finger and a little bit on the brush and just applying them to the highlights where the sun would hit, all that, and just patting that out with my finger to give it the you know, the realistic look of a highlighted area. Because shadow and highlights are very important when you want to do body painting. Now I'm going in with a gold face paint and creating her chains. So she's got, or not chains, her ribbon. Sorry, her ribbon. So I am just drawing the X is kind of like a shoelace. So I'm kind of drawing it like you would draw a shoelace going down a shoe. And then, of course, her detailing around her dress. This was going to make or break the dress. I was terrified. But, you know, I prayed to the makeup gods and we did it. And it wasn't actually that hard. I did have to redo it a little bit just because the proportions were slightly off when I did it the first time. But it's pretty easy. It's just 2 half circles and then like a little circle in a few of them and some dots. As you can see here, it wasn't too hard, but it could still really make or break the look, and I was terrified. So the lashes that we used, I know we're not putting them on yet, but I'm just going to tell you about them. The lashes that we used, again, were from the first collection, and they're in Boss Witch, which is Winifred, and those were the lashes inspired by Winifred, so I thought they'd be perfect for this look. I have seen Hocus Pocus 2 now, as it is October 6th, the day I'm posting this. But, what did you guys think of it? Did you like it? If you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but did you guys like it? I went in with no expectations, and I liked it. It obviously has not topped the first one. The first one is always going to be magical and amazing and an amazing cinema movie thing. But what did you guys think of the second one? I did like it. It is something that I'd watch again, and I'm actually really happy they came out with it. So I'm just applying a little bit of the shimmer that I'm using, because I just went in with the gold shimmer and applied that right on top of the gold face paint to give it the more shiny look, because hers was very gold and shiny. So that's why I did that, to make it more shimmery. And of course, I just wanted to apply some more to my eyes, because you guys know I do love my shimmer. I love to gleam to the gods and glow. Oh, and here I'm trying to take cute pictures with my cat, and he wanted nothing to do with me because he wanted his supper. So, yeah. And he wanted a hug. I love his hugs. He gives the best hugs. I mean, look at that. He gives the bestest of hugs. He's the bestest of boys. Okay, so this is the final look. I'm so happy with how this one turned out. I'm in love. I feel so much like her. So I am very excited. This wig is so itchy though. This wig is from Party City, but so itchy. These lashes are the ColourPop lashes, and they are from the Hocus Pocus collection that they came out with last year. Beautiful, beautiful. But I love how this look turned out. I even have my little helper, which, I mean, his middle name is Binks, so I mean, like, might as well use him, you know? But yeah, so this is the final video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Comment down below what your favorite witch is. I love Winifred. She is just, you know, she's a boss witch, and she's, you know, she's beautiful in her own way. I just love how, like, she's a leader. She cares for her sisters, but she doesn't always show it, but she does in her own way. And I love her. She's very powerful, and I love her. So definitely let me know who your favorite witch is. And if you guys are going to be watching the new Hocus Pocus, or if you've rewatched it, let me know down below. As always, all my socials are in the description. If you'd like to join me on my other socials, I'd love to have you. And of course, join the family. Subscribe to this channel and join the spooky family. We will love to have you here. We post Friday content, but of course we are in Halloween season right now, so definitely stay tuned for more videos. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky!